Steve Jobs' Success Lessons. 1. It starts with the product. If we can learn anything from Jobs, it's that he was always focused on the product and would do anything to try and get it as perfect as possible. He had a vision of the product he wanted to build, and that's what he set out to achieve. Don't get me wrong, the product is obviously not the only crucial part of creating a successful business, but it's certainly the foundation for one, and was Jobs' primary concern, put above the marketing side of things. Focus on creating a great product and brand that people just can't help but be tempted by, and never stop improving it. If your product is of a poor or even mediocre quality, it's not going to stand out to anyone, so focus on making your product worthwhile. If you keep your eye on the profit, you're going to skimp on the product. But if you focus on making really great products, then the profits will follow. 2. Set yourself apart from the rest. When building the Mac, Apple were determined to be different from the rest, and do things that other computer companies had never done before. They designed the first home computer where the keyboard was actually detached from the rest of the computer, and they designed the first to have more than one type font, which is where the big controversy of Microsoft stealing their ideas came from. Apple has shown that setting yourself apart from everybody else is important when trying to stand out in a crowded market, and it's brought them nothing but success. It's quite clear that when it comes to new developments and innovation in the personal technology market, Apple are always at the front line. 3. You have to persevere. Becoming a successful leader in your field, and building a successful business takes perseverance. It's not exactly the easiest thing to do, otherwise everyone would have their own business. Jobs suffered during his journey to building Apple to what it is today. There were some hard times he had to get through, including leaving Apple for a short period. So no matter how far along the line you may be, how tough things may seem, the key is to just keep persevering. The temptation to quit is highest at the point just before success. They quit at the 1-yard line without even realizing it. Can you really afford to quit at that point? And since you have no idea when that point will arise, just never quit what you are doing and you'll go far. I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. 4. Quality goes further than one layer. If you didn't already know that Steve Jobs was absolutely focused on making sure the product was perfect, this says it all. Jobs was a true perfectionist, and he wasn't willing to cut corners at any stage of the product's design. It's very easy to focus on one specific area of a product and make it as perfect as possible, neglecting some of the other areas. If you're going to go to the effort of creating a product that you wish to be successful with, then the quality control needs to be all round, not just on the outside. When you're a carpenter making a beautiful chest of drawers, you're not going to use a piece of plywood on the back, even though it faces the wall and nobody will see it. You'll know it's there, so you're going to use a beautiful piece of wood on the back. For you to sleep well at night, the aesthetic, the quality, has to be carried all the way through. Steve Jobs,